playing right now. But it's going to be hard to go against him. But you'll still see a pretty low competitive price on Tiger, I would think, as well.
Oh, yeah. And look, I mean, you're not going to get any bargains on any of these guys. I mean, Dustin Johnson ends up second.
Right.
He's going to have a lot of money at the U.S. Open. The value plays among the top guys just aren't there. But, the lesson that's learned, and hopefully I learned my lesson. I've been taught this lesson many times, but hopefully it'll sink in this time, is that sometimes value doesn't have to be there for it to be the right bet.
Right. Very true. I think we've all learned that lesson, buddy.
As I said on our podcast this morning, I'd rather have a winning ticket with a bad number than a losing ticket with a good number.
Well, and that brings us to the Preakness. Look, I mean, War of Will wasn't a great price, okay, considering it looked like a wide-open field.
Right.
It wasn't a great price, but he was clearly the best horse. No controversy in this race at all, Chuck.
No, I mean, you worried a little bit when, there was a horse running around with no job for what could happen. But, no, you're right. I think it sets up an interesting race for the Belmont, who's going to be in and who's going to be out. But you're right. This was a really well bet race, though. We saw an increase in handle. I thought the crowds were great. It was a terrific atmosphere, although you didn't have one of the first four horses that crossed the finish line first in the Derby. The first time since 1951 you didn't have one of those horses in the Preakness. It still was a really good bet race, and you heard a lot of people make cases for different horses.
Yeah.
So I think the Belmont's going to shape up with some of the horses that maybe ran in the Derby running in the Belmont. And, I'd like to see Maximum Security and War. I'd like to see these horses run, but we'll have to wait and see. But if not, I do think you'll see some sort of a quasi kind of, Braggers Right match race with a bunch of these horses in the Haskell or something else maybe later this summer.
I'll just editorialize for a moment, though. And, look, I understand the frustration on the part of Maximum Security's owner, and he's put up this big offer, which is kind of gimmicky, but it might actually draw some interest. But, run the horse in the Belmont. Okay, run the horse in the Belmont and prove to the horse racing world that you had the best horse. And it's as simple as that. And hopefully some of the other contenders who might not have fared well with all the traffic issues in the mud at the Derby also will enter this race. From a horse racing standpoint, this could be a fascinating Belmont if those things take place.
Well, you nailed it. I mean, I think that's the important part. I mean, I know the whole match race thing that they proposed out there with 5 horses. It might be a little gimmicky, but I think that horse racing needs stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I do hope that you see some of these horses run in the Belmont, which creates a kind of a fascinating race because, the Derby was a little bit of a black eye with the way that it finished. And I think you see so many young bettors morphing over to the sports side that, I mean, I love the horse racing side. It's still the most exciting 2 minutes in all of sports, and by the crowds and the atmosphere when you hear these horses thundering down the stretch in Derby Day or Preakness Day or Belmont or Breeders' Cup or just on a normal weekend, it's tremendous in the book. So I think horse racing needs to maybe kind of reinvent itself a little bit. I mean, we've got the mobile app too, so you can play if you're not in the book for $10 on that race. You can watch the race on the mobile app. But I do think racing needs to kind of be a little bit creative and reinvent themselves a little bit and kind of re-energize, a new group of bettors to draw to that sport, in my opinion.
Yeah, Chuck, I was at one of the other station's properties on Saturday, Red Rock, and I'm sitting in the book, and I get all my stuff off the app sitting there. I mean, the lines are long, on big race days like that. You got the app. I'm just sitting there, got some snacks there.
I was just going to say, did you take a stroll over to the Blue Ribbon fried chicken and sushi and bring some of that back to your table?
I did not bring that
back.
back.
Always gets back to food with
of
Dave.
Course.
I know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he loves the chicken at Blue Ribbon Sushi.
It's good.
It is incredible. I
know
have
he
to
loves
admit.
the Oyster Bar when he's at Sunset.
Absolutely,
too,
100%.
We've started the show a few times without him. It's great.
But that's why, as great as the apps are, and believe me, I love the apps because, there's nothing better than sitting in your underwear at the desk and say, okay, here's my bet.
A little TMI, buddy, but it's
well, no. I mean, it's the convenience factor's unmatched, but it's still really fun to get out to the books, and you guys do it so well at the different stations, properties around town, and you get the ambiance, you've got the food, which to me is part of the fun, and you really can't beat it. And the atmosphere is tremendous.
It is, and I think, we collectively, we make an effort to give something back to the race guests too, and to highlight the special days and to celebrate. If it was Kentucky Derby with drink specials and a T-shirt giveaway, if it's a $20,000 Twin Q on some of the big race days, or anything that we can do to give back. But I'm telling you, on both Derby and Belmont and Preakness and Breeders' Cup Day, I mean, when you have every single screen in the book, changed to that race, and all the audio to that race, and surrounding bars and pits and things that are all concentrated there. I mean, if you're not at the track, there's not a cooler place to be to watch a big race like that, just for the reaction of the crowd. And so it's not like just two teams are playing and they're rooting against each other. There's, you've got anywhere from 13 to 20 horses running in a race like that, and everybody, when they come down the back stretches, hooting and hollering and whistling and having fun. It is literally like being at the track, which is a great experience for the bettors, and I think for all the guests that come out to our properties industry-wide.
I agree with you 100%. The atmosphere at Red Rock was, insane. And as you said, it for me as a horse guy, when all of the TVs in the sports book, the baseball games are going and everything, when it was Preakness time, all of the screens, and the way they split the screens, they can make them into giant ones.
You're on the track. It's the best seat in the house.
Absolutely. And, I was there, and unfortunately the result was not the result that I wanted. And then so before it, and the reason I didn't go to Blue Ribbon Sushi afterwards, I kind of lost my appetite because I went to the poker room afterwards to get it all back. And let's just say somebody chased a flush all the way to the river and got there, and wasn't a good ending for Saturday for Marco.
Next time, go out to Sunset Station.
I'll have to try. Yeah,
go to the oyster bar.
Go to any of the properties and have fun. Red
yes,
Rock,
I'm 5 minutes away from Red Rock. It's a quick.
I know it's that's the thing about stations.
I'm not jealous. I'm happy you're out there, buddy.
And that's the beauty of stations is there's one everywhere.
Yeah.
We were just talking, before the show. It's not just me. Let me tell you something. I know I talk about the food a lot, but guess who's talking about the special Friday night buffet at Green Valley Ranch? I believe it is with the crab legs. Mm-hmm. It wasn't me. It was Marco.
I think we need to do a Wednesday food show or something, guys. Forget about the sports. We'll do a Wednesday food show and talk about all the great places to eat.
Now the thing is, and we'll one thing we haven't mentioned with the app before we get out of here. Yours is really set up differently than the others, and I think it's why everybody who's betting should have one, because you guys actually offer rewards with every bet you make. So you're a bit of a winner every time you make a bet.
It's structured the same way as wagering in the book would be, and then for new signups, you have an opportunity to earn up to $50 in play. So there is a lot of cool features, and I love the horse racing side of it too. That's just the sports side to earn the bonus, but you can still earn the rewards on the horse racing side. You can watch the races. Again, being able to, I know people for horse racing love to be in the book and the thunder of it and the atmosphere, but the other key is you want to be able to watch. You can have a sporting event that you're not watching right away on your way home from work or wherever you're at, and you made the wager and you get home in time to watch some of it. But in horse racing, you're talking about 2 minutes, so you want to be able to watch that race. And I think that adds to the excitement. And for $10 on a specific race, you can watch it, which I think just adds a tremendous element, guys.
Always a pleasure, Chuck. Great conversation as always. We won't be talking to you. We won't be talking to you till next Friday because the holiday is next Monday. So we're going to bump you to next Friday instead. And meanwhile, knock 'em dead, man.
All right, thanks, guys. Always enjoy being on with you. Have a great holiday, and I'll talk to you a week from Friday.
That's Chuck Esposito. Go see him and say hello at Sunset Station. Stop in at any of the station casinos properties around town and have yourself a great time. Speaking of food, we're going to give away. It's actually two $25 gift cards. We're going to make it into one $50 gift card from Joe's Seafood, Prime Steak, and Stone Crab. We're going to do that right now, and I'm going to ask a trivia question. Edwin Jackson was on the mound today for the Toronto Blue Jays. That is his 14th Major League team. You might remember Edwin, if you go back a ways, pitching for the Las Vegas Stars here in Las Vegas when they were a Dodgers farm team. I met him and did an interview with him way back, I think it was early 2003, if I'm not mistaken, and really nice guy. And I'm glad to see he's still around the major leagues. And Edwin Jackson, of course, has one other unique distinction in addition to being with 14 different teams. He has a no-hitter to his credit, which he pitched, I believe, 2010. And the question is this. Now, we're going to take the 8th correct caller at 702-364-1100. The question is, how many pitches did Edwin Jackson require to complete the no-hitter? And how many walks did he issue in that game? Correct caller number 8 to 702-364-1100 wins the gift cards to Joe's, and we'll be back right after this.
The Las Vegas Sportsline.
Time to start planning for the 2019 swim season. Call B&D Pool Plastering and remodel your tired-looking pool. With B&D's 2019 swim season pricing, beat the rush. For a free estimate, call B&D Pool Plastering, 702-644-8980.
Universal Men's Clinic has successfully treated men for low T and ED for nearly a decade. We have helped dads, husbands, and boyfriends reinvigorate their lives and rekindle intimacy in their relationships. The monthly fee for your specialized medical care is now as low as $99 per month. This provides you with the same high level of care Universal Men's Clinic is known for, including follow-up visits, blood labs, and monitoring of your custom treatment plan. For many men, this is more affordable than their insurance deductibles and copays.
I'm Dr. Charles Arakaki. The Universal Men's Clinic specializes in using modern medicine and a sophisticated monitoring system to help men suffering from ED or low testosterone.
For just $99 a month, you can have specialized medical care for your ED or low T. We are here to help you, too. Call Universal Men's Clinic at 702-430-6994. That's 702-430-6994. Or visit universalmensclinic.com. Activation additional.
If you're in law enforcement, military, or security, you can save 20% on all your tactical gear at the new location of IDO Tactical. And if you log on to IDO Tactical's Facebook page, you'll find even more savings. Just another great way for you to save a few bucks on quality tactical gear. IDO Tactical has it all. Police gear, security gear, military gear, and much more. IDO Tactical is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. on West Sahara at Torrey Pines behind Green Valley Grocery.
If you need to sell your house,
talk to Aaron Taylor.
You want to sell it fast and get the most cash, talk to Aaron Taylor,
the real estate guy.
Cash advance when you list your home with the real estate guy. Yes, I'll say it again. When you sell your home with Aaron Taylor, the real estate guy, we will give you a cash advance if needed for relocation, vacation, pay bills, catch-up payments, family reunions, whatever you want it for. We put our money where our mouth is. We also buy homes giving our sellers cash in 5 days. We always get the most money possible for our traditional sales. So give us a call and meet with me today. Experience the value of the real estate guy. Over 5,000 homes sold, over 24 years of experience. Call 702-310-6683. That's 702-310-MOVE. 702-310-6683. Powered by eXp Realty. Call for details.
Talk to Aaron Taylor,
the real estate guy.
Hey, it's Dave Cokin with John Lyons from Lyons Physical Therapy. So, car wrecks, very frequent in Las Vegas. Sometimes serious injuries, some not so serious, but in a lot of cases, there has to be some kind of physical therapy after the accident. Talk about that.
Yes, Dave. We as physical therapists can assess all injuries after a car accident. Sometimes we're the first person to see a patient where we can identify the type of injuries the patient has. We will get them moving better, help reduce their pain, and we also work in conjunction with multiple physicians so these patients can be given appropriate medications to help with their pain, muscle spasms, and swelling. We can also provide any postoperative treatment in case these patients ever need surgery on their spine, their shoulders, and their knees.
LionsPTLV.com, 702-476-0222.
Tired after the game? No need to drive to Findlay Toyota to get the best deal. Go to FindlayToyota.com to get live assistance and inventory. At Findlay Toyota, we'll do anything to sell you a car online.
Do you have any idea how fast you were going?
No. I'm totally consumed by this Capriati.